Okay, a few stocks that I'm going to have on watch for the chat room at greatstockpicks.com for Monday morning. Now, most of what we do is on the fly, finding stuff on an intraday basis. I'm a big cash at night person. I like to be in cash before the close. So, pretty much a hardcore day trader as far as my philosophy goes. I just never liked being exposed overnight. Now, having said that, and I've said this in a few videos recently, when you have that philosophy, you feel a little silly during periods like this. When swing traders or position traders, people just riding out their IRAs, 401ks, every day you wake up and the market just keeps climbing higher, and those people doing very well. And that's probably the majority of people. And I've been battling each one of these days to eke out some gains versus someone who was just in the market and every day their money is working for them. I was working it. I was having to work almost physically every day on some of these narrow range days. So it all depends on your philosophy, but I just do not like being exposed overnight. So my philosophy is to find stuff on an intraday basis, make some money, go to cash every night, and sleep well. So that's how I've been. But this would have been nice to be a swing trader through this period. And now we're starting to get some action, and it feels like maybe the market's topped. You can see on May 22nd, the big volume there. I mean, really big volume, and what looks like a big reversal candle. I'm trying to point at that red one there with the topping tail. So where are we for Monday? Well, and real quick, let me show you 5-minute candles going into the close on Monday. It's always tough to pick stocks when when the SPY does this. These are 5-minute candles here into the close on a Friday afternoon. Everyone's a little spooked, and so now going into the weekend, people say, hey, does this mean something? Is it down from here? And you know what? As long as we're volatile, we'll have plenty of stocks to trade. But it is tough to find setups as far as looking for longs when the market does this right before the close. So here's what I've come up with, and it's a short list. And as I said, we'll add stuff as the day unfolds. UNXL, I don't know if that Seeking Alpha story had legs. I didn't even read it. I just, when a stock's getting killed, you can't help but find in the chat room or on message boards people talking about the reason. And so, I know very little about the article on UNXL on Seeking Alpha, other than it's been slamming the stock. And you can see this thing was 37.50 almost, just about 2 weeks ago, and it's hit 15.21. The 200 pierced the 200-day on Friday. Anyway, this one deserves to be on bounce watch. As little as 4 sessions ago, this was 25. So it's lost, even in the last few days, a huge amount. As far as bounce plays, how do we play them? That depends on an intraday setup that I have to have. So I'm not going to be trying to catch an intraday bottom in this thing. It's going to have to set up the way we teach in chat for a long, but it certainly deserves to be on a watch list, because this is one anybody that comes out maybe refuting the article, or if anyone comes out defending UNXL, could get a measured move to the upside in a very short period of time. So I say this a lot. It doesn't cost you anything to have UNXL on an intraday chart on Monday and see if something sets up. HCP, this has been on bounce watch for several days. I've been talking about I wanted it near the 200-day. Well, now it's hit the 200-day on Friday, and the market was weak. So this one is overdue for a bounce. Again, only with an intraday setup. Disney, a couple of big down days for this stock. If you look at DIS and you look at the daily chart, see the last 2 days here? You don't see 2 days like that almost anywhere on the chart going back to last September. So this one could find some support and maybe give a nice bounce play, especially if the market finds support. Let's go out on 60s here. And you do have some support right back here on 60s at around 63 bucks. Okay. And then back to the daily. I don't, let's see. Let me bring over my smaller daily with normal moving averages on it. You can see around 62.20. You also have the 50-day. So there's another area to potentially look for a bounce on Disney, around 62.20, the 50-day. So, and I've got that in my notes. Okay, RSOL, a cheapie that ran from 2 to 7 in a couple days, is almost round tripped. But you see, it hasn't had a green candle in the last 4 sessions, and really since the big move had only had this one green candle. So, I don't like the fact that it almost round tripped, but this is still one with the proper setup might give a nice percentage gain. Stuff like that to me is worth having on watch. And Krispy Kreme donuts, massive volume, nice breakout on Friday. So if you're looking for a long on Monday, this might give a nice pullback early and then a clean setup like the ones we look for. Now, having said all of this, I'm not in love with anything on my watch list, and I would feel very comfortable starting the day telling everybody in the chat room, hey, I've got nothing on watch, and let's just look for volume plays and and clean setups at the moving averages that we look for. So I'd be comfortable doing that. In other words, none of these are going to be on top of my radar. Now, we may wake up Monday morning and have a big volume gap in something that I love, and then that'll get all my attention. But as far as everything I've just shown you in this video, is one of those deals I usually word it in chat. I say, well, I'm not in love with anything this morning, so I won't be doing anything early. So I'll have to fall in love Monday morning in the pre-market before I'll do anything early. Otherwise, we'll be patient, wait for things to unfold, and look for proper intraday entries as we always do. All right, I'll quit babbling, and we'll see everybody on Monday.